Hello, Abyssal Travelers. My name is Nyla, and I will be your guide through the abyss. Today, I just kind of wanted to throw this out there for you guys who are, excuse me, dealing with thoughts surrounding this whole New Age spiritual, whatever it is. Um, and I just wanted to tell you guys that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to screw up. It's okay to not, know where you're going. It's okay to not have a perfect plan or a path or a guide or an idea of, who you are, where you're going, what you're going to be doing. Um these are things that develop over time, these are things that um are not just going to happen all at once, no matter how much you try to manifest it. Um, it's not just going to happen all at once. And it's okay to make mistakes. Sorry about my uh, allergies. It is about 7 degrees outside right now, and the heater is running like crazy inside. So there's a with the combined combined with this house not being insulated very well. It's an allergy disaster zone in here, so my allergies are my sinuses are all kind acting up all kinds of ways. So my throat's straining, my nose is a little bit clogged, and that's just that's what you get with this type of weather. But anyway, it's okay to fuck up. I myself have made a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of things, and I've done and said a lot of things that I wish that I hadn't at the time. And I don't have perfect control over my emotions. I don't have perfect control over, how I react to certain situations. I'm not perfect, and I feel like a lot of New Age spirituality leans heavily on this idea of perfection, you know, where you're getting rid of your ego and you're conquering your emotions and all of this other stuff that is just not mentally healthy. Um, so I'm here to tell you it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to, make mistakes. It's okay to um not be perfect. It's okay if you're, a little bit, how do I put it? A little bit of a chaotic mess, like myself, right? And especially, me, I have no idea what I'm doing with this channel right now. I'm putting out whatever I want to put out. It's basically what I'm doing with this whole YouTube thing. I'm not, I'm not here to chase money, mainly because I don't even have a way to set up, monetization anyway, so it would be pointless for me to even try it right now. And even then, I don't think that I would, because in order to do that, in order to actually, make money on YouTube, you have to basically become a carbon copy of every other YouTube channel that's already out there, and that's not my plan or my goal with this YouTube channel. My main goal with this channel is basically to To number one, just create for the sake of creating. Number two, make free things for people to use on YouTube that don't have the money to be buying things, or have the time to go and use whatever AI tools are out there to create things like backgrounds, music, whatever it is. So that's basically my goal with this channel. But anyway, that aside, I went on a little bit of a tangent there. Um, you really, really don't have to be. You really don't have to go into this whole thing with getting rid of your ego and doing shadow work if you're not comfortable with it, if it's not, something you want to do. You don't have to get into that side of spirituality. You don't have to be active in that side of spirituality. That's mainly why I enjoy witchcraft the most out of every other spiritual belief, because it doesn't require you to do much of anything except put effort into your own craft. That's basically what witchcraft is. It's putting effort into your spells, into, um, if you work with a deity, whatever deity or god or goddess, whatever you want to call it, putting effort into that, you know, and really getting into the meat and potatoes of you know what spell work is, what witchcraft is, whether it's herbalism, whether you're into divination, or I do divination sometimes. I have done divination with tarot cards on this channel. I I may or may not make more videos doing divination in the future. Right now, I haven't really felt like it. It's just it's not really something that I'm super great at. Collectively, I'm better one on one with people than I am doing collective readings. So you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you really don't. It really is just. It's okay to just you know be you, be human. It's okay to be human. And you don't have to live in this identity of being a divine being, that is, love and light and all of this other whatever. And although I do believe in the higher self in some, uh, in certain cases, certain shapes and forms. I do believe in like a higher self. But I don't believe in it in the way that New Age spirituality believes in it. I believe in that we have a spiritual form, um, because our bodies are made up of atoms and energy and atoms and all of that. So I believe we have a spiritual form, and I believe that to be the higher self, or you know in this new age spirituality nonsense. I believe that's what the higher self is in the physical form. I believe it's a lot of energy, a lot of you know particles, and whatnot. I That's what I believe the higher self is. I don't necessarily know that the higher self has any more knowledge than we do. It's possible, since they are an energetic life form, that they do know more that our spiritual bodies do know more than our human physical forms do, because they are part of the entire universe, right? So that's my opinion on that whole thing. But I don't really subscribe to this whole new age movement. I don't really subscribe to the raising the vibration thing anymore. I'm kind of moving out of that myself, because doing more research and doing more studies on it, uh, it just it doesn't make any sense, and it's not backed by anything. Um, that they say that it's supposed to be backed by. The law of attraction, for example, is the whole quantum thing. You dig into it for if you really dig into it, it turns out that yeah, it's not quantum physics. It's taken from an idea that's been debunked multiple times in the quantum physics field. Um, and it's completely taken out of context, the idea itself. So yeah, that's if one part of it is flawed, then the whole system is flawed. That is my opinion. And that's usually the case with everything. If there's one, if one part of something is flawed, the rest of it is going to be flawed. So yeah, that's why I've moved out of this whole new age movement thing, and kind of went back to witchcraft and my goddesses, and the dark goddesses that I consider myself to be devoted to. Uh, yeah, that's basically that's what's been happening with this channel. You go back to the beginning, you can see the timeline of the whole thing and the whole shift. And you can hear me rant about concrete shamanism and how much of a scam that channel is, or has become, or was, probably always was. I was gullible enough to fall for it. But yeah, back to the original topic. You really don't have to go. You don't have to get into all of that new age spiritual stuff to do witchcraft, to do really anything. All Most of it um, is just a marketing tactic to sell you online courses, and take your money. It's basically what New Age spiritualism is. It's a corporate money laundering scheme. That's basically what it is. It's I wouldn't say money laundering. It's more of a corporate marketing scam. That's what it is. It exists to create problems in order for those people who created the problems to sell you the courses to solve the problems that don't exist. And I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of done with it. I'm done with the victim blaming. I'm done with the whole, let's get rid of our egos, and you can't you there's no such thing as removing your ego. It will always be there no matter what you excuse me, no matter what you do, your ego is going to be there. You can learn to maintain your ego in a way that is healthy and mentally stable. But you're never going to get rid of your ego. It's always going to be there because you are in a physical form. You're in the human form. And that is how this human form functions. Without the ego, our human forms, you know, our understanding of ourselves and the universe just wouldn't work. The ego is an integral part of the human body. It's an integral part of the human mind. It is the reason why it's the reason why we have advanced as far as we've advanced. It's the reason behind fight, flight, or run, whatever, fight, flight, or freeze. I think it is. Um, that's that ego is a big part of that too, because confidence, because of confidence. If you have a huge ego, you're more than likely to fight somebody rather than to run or freeze, right? And so, um, with this new age spiritualism, just take it all with a grain of salt. Don't let it consume you, and don't let it, trick you into thinking that you need to be perfect. Don't let it take over your life like it did for me. The main takeaway that I would really dive into and take a look at with new age spiritualism is uh, the openness of meditation, the spreading and the what's the word I'm thinking of? The making mainstream of meditation, because meditation really does help. It can really help anyway. It can and it does help. So, that's the main thing that this new age spirituality movement um has really brought to the table is, it's given people more exposure to meditation and different types of meditation. And that's about the only good takeaway there is for the whole thing, which is kind of sad. Um, but as it turns out, the whole thing is just one big scam, and it is what it is. I'm gonna go back to my witchcraft. I'm gonna go back to following principles of you know the principles of different spiritual beliefs that I want to follow. I'm going to go back to doing what I'm going to go doing what I do. Go back to doing what I do as an eclectic witch, as a pagan, you know. And I'm going to just not follow these nonsense nonsensical new age spiritual bullshit. But yeah, don't feel pressured to try to be perfect because of these new age spiritual beliefs. Do what you got to do in the time in your own time, and don't feel rushed about it, If you want to improve yourself, then go seek a professional, go find a therapist, or if you're looking for life advice, go find yourself a life coach, not one that that pushes their spirituality onto you. We're not looking at those kinds of coaches. We're looking at life coaches, people who can train you to, get your shit together and better yourself, right? So that's my advice to you guys. And that's my opinion on the whole new age spiritual movement. Um, but yeah, that'll wrap up this video. If you you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. It helps the algorithm. It helps the algorithm. If I can speak English, it helps the algorithm. Hmm, hmm. I just cannot speak today. It helps the algorithm push these videos out. It also helps grow the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I hope this video has earned your subscription, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.